hoy
Hello, and a very good
irán
morning to you
a
all.
llevar muchos
I
de los
hope you're
aires
all well. I
acondicionados.
hope you're well. Enjoy your life out there, having a great morning. And today was quite an interesting
De
sort of day,
verdad, mi
as you
carajo,
could probably
mira,
imagine. And you're saying, "What is
estarán
this? What is
contentos.
well?" We have a new moon today, we have a new moon, and we
No,
also
no,
have
estarán
this
contentos.
wonderful new energy, which is in numerology, which is a
Les lo
number
que
one energy. Because when you add all the numbers up and keep adding and adding and adding and adding, and come down to the final number, you'll notice it
bueno,
becomes a
tengo,
one.
tengo
And the
la
one
radio,
is a fantastic
¿vale?
energy. Anyway, what we're going to be looking at today is astrology, what this all means for us. Are we in the start of a new beginning? What does this phase mean? And how do we handle this? So we'll be talking all this stuff. We'll also there be answering any of your questions that you guys may have. Angie B says, "Morning, good morning, Angie B. Good morning, Angie B. I hope you're well. Hope you are." And yes, what's the background noise? I think it was my guest. She was having a little conversation with everybody there. But not to worry, I thought it was muted, but it wasn't. But it's gone now. Is it okay? Can you hear anything? No, just me. Good. And Maria Hemsey says, "Good morning. Good morning, Maria. Hope you're well. I hope you had fun and fabulous time in the UK. Welcome back to España." That's if you are back in Spain. Anyway, and also we have the producer. Hello, everybody's saying, everybody's saying good morning. So that's absolutely wonderful. Anyway, so questions at the ready, guys. If you've got some questions there, where this is the second show of the new year. Apologies for last Friday. We had a power cut. It lasted about 6 hours. So there's no way a chance of getting back onto the show because you're already been in your land of the noddy, I should think. The land of the noddy. But there you go. Anyway, so I think it's about time I got my guest on. I'll go and see if she's ready there. I'll go and find out what's going on. She's there. Ah, she's at the doorbell there. And I wonder if she's got her coffee ready. I wonder. Let's have a look. Ah, there we are. Good morning. Good morning. Natural coffee. Well, of course,
Good morning.
nothing better than natural coffee, is there?
It's organic.
Organic.
Organic Cuban
Organic.
coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it from this little shop in Denia, right in
Okay.
front of where the old bus stop used to be. It's called Café Espai Café de Chocolate.
Mm.
So they have all these nice coffees and teas and organic stuff, and it's really, really nice.
Very,
Marisol.
very, very nice. Very nice. Buenos dias, Maria Dolores Mompo. She comes in from Constantina in España. Good morning. Buenos dias.
Buenos días, María Dolores.
Yes. And good morning to Sherry Nickel. Good morning. How are you, young lady? I hope you're well out there. And everyone else who's coming in. Lovely to see you guys. And yes, it's been a very how can I say, interesting start to the new year. Is because I think a lot of people are saying, "Great, where are we going?" That way. Haven't got the foggiest. So I think we better have a look at the astrology and see what on earth is going on out there. But we have a new moon today, don't we? New moon, and it's 23 degrees of Capricorn, and it's the first new moon of the year, and very much looking forward to what this energy brings, and how we can chat about this. So, new moon energies, Capricorn energies. How is this resonating? What do you think this is going to bring for people? What influence are we going to be bringing for the people, do you think?
Interesting. Well, new moon was at 7 a.m. this morning, Spanish time.
Okay.
So
6 a.m.
we've
UK.
already passed it a little bit. New beginnings. It's basically Capricorn deals with sovereignty, with who connecting with yourself, with being aware, with being responsible for yourself.
It is
So I
about
guess
responsibility, isn't it? I think it's very much about responsibility, about how we want to see the structure, trying to build structure in our lives and what our structure is going to be, our plans, things like this perhaps here. But we've also got wonderful energies with Venus and Mars and Uranus, but then we've got the other conflicts between Mars and Saturn. So we've got a bit of duplicity going on there, haven't we, in different
yeah,
energies altogether.
yeah, I mean Mars, Uranus, and Lilith all together in Taurus are
Wow.
like it's about like power and energy going into matter.
Mm. going to
So
matter because it's an earth sign, isn't it? I think that's what we mean by matter, don't we?
exactly, and it's excellent for scientific experiments. So I'm sure that lots of scientists are having a blast of a time, uh, maybe literally, with this combination because it's like you've got all these like Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury in Aquarius. Like they love to learn and investigate there, and create new things. And it's in opposition. Okay, so there's tension to that energy and matter,
Yes.
but it's interesting because you do need a certain tension for experimenting, for learning. You don't learn when everything is harmonic.
I
So
agree. I agree because you sit back, you're quite sort of easy go, just back. Or we need a bit of conflict every now and then, don't we? Conflict, and it's although sometimes people say here, why do I want conflict for? Well, we don't change our lives unless we have conflict, unless something is there,
yeah,
and
it's like conflict can be many things.
absolutely, absolutely.
Conflict doesn't necessarily mean a third world war. That's not necessarily a conflict. Conflict can be anything. Like just you and I having two different opinions can be a conflict.
That never happens.
No, it does.
Oh, shut up! You're supposed to
What do you mean? What do you mean, shut up?
oh dear, oh dear. Well,
But yeah, so
we do have
conflict is
different
interesting
opinions.
because
Yeah.
yeah, I have one way of seeing things, you have another way of seeing things, no?
Yes.
So you're each of us have a very fundamental view of how we see things in life.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it would be very boring if I were to be a guru and everybody following what I'm saying. Like that's like please, it's kind of old and boring. What's interesting is that everybody has their own different opinions and gets enriched by trying to find out and figure out why your opinion is like that.
And that's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because I've been speaking to many different people and I've been trying to work with them and say to them, look, you're going out there, you're seeking different people's opinions on a situation that you are in, but be very mindful that whatever opinion people give you, it's their opinion. It's not the reality. It's just their opinion. And
Which
not
is
to
based
take
on their reality, which is based on their personal
Yes,
reality.
yes, absolutely, based on their personal experience, which is not sometimes not the same as yours, but it's good to hear it. Good to hear it say, I like that or I don't like that. But then be very mindful in this year, especially through your heart and through loving yourself, that whatever a decision it is that you're going to make is made by something which you feel is real and it's you.
Exactly, exactly. Because this is the whole point, right? So sovereignty has to do with just Capricorn energy. Like
Yep.
low Capricorn is authority, is crystallization, is like fixed views. This is like that and that's it. Or somebody else is right and you're not right. That's low Capricorn. But high Capricorn is I know myself. I have this still the essence of my experience and I know what I like, I know what I want, but I'm open to learn
Yeah.
new things,
Yeah.
right? So from that knowing of who I am and where I come from and what is my opinion, I can very easily, without any fear, open up to your difference.
I think that's amazing. I think it's amazing to put it like this. And I think here, if we work on that, and although we may not be Capricorns, some of you there may be Taurians, Geminis, some Pisceans, anyway, and all different energies out there. But what I'd like to say here is maybe what we got to look at here is although it's Capricorn energy, it's just energy, but look at it how it affects you. You don't have to be Capricorn. It affects
No,
everybody, but in
yeah,
this way of sovereignty, in this way of not being too crystallized by things, be able to move into that higher energy, say, this is what I love doing, this is where I love to be. Mm.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Capricorn energy it's very interesting. I mean, it's been influencing us a lot last year and this year too, because Saturn, every planet right now responds to Saturn, so it's still very, very active. And
Yes.
basically, that's, as I said many, many times, it's sovereignty, it's maturation, it's sustaining yourself, it's being responsible of yourself. And so, for people who are not used to that, who are used to disempowering themselves, it's normal, that they create more resistance to this change, and they are having a harder time. So the more you're being absolutely responsible for yourself and how you are feeling, the easier the transits of these times are for you. And I find it very interesting. I don't know if you've realized, but there's been this huge movement towards Telegram and towards Elon Musk's new app, also for instant messaging.
Yes.
People
Now,
are starting to
wow.
go away from WhatsApp. So
Yes.
it's really fun. Like I was thinking, like maybe if, hey, I could create an app, a messaging app, and then start spreading the news that another my competition is trying to control you more, and that way I'll get a lot of people. That'll work well, wouldn't it?
Now that's interesting there, isn't it? Because as soon as you put that information across there, like that, I think it's interesting because you have this energy, don't you, where you're being told this. You've been told by everybody here you don't want to stay WhatsApp anymore because of what they're doing. They're copying your information every time, especially if you've got the business app. They're saying here that they're copying your data and they're going to all your contacts and blah 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 blah. Yes, okay, but maybe there's a positive to that because you want them to do that. Maybe they're because it spreads information. All right, but the only thing is it could be personal information, which clearly you've got to be a bit careful. But it's we get told so much stuff, but really it's what you want yourself. If you want to stay with something, stay on WhatsApp, great, stay with it. If you want to go and try something else, do it because you want to, not because everybody else is telling you.
Exactly, exactly,
What's
exactly.
going
That's the
on this
point.
morning? We're agreeing.
I know it's weird.
Yes, it's strange. Well, why? Come on, we're going to
I
have some
don't know.
conflict somewhere.
I don't know. Anyway, so that's the point, no? So it's like make your own decision. It's fine if you want to say, okay, like I don't believe this. I believe they're trying to control us. I want to think differently. I want to do things differently. It's fine if that is your own personal thought and it's not influenced by information of other people who have done the thought processing for you.
I agree with you. And also here, because you go onto another platform saying here that they are, Deborah
Planets are
says the
aligned.
planets must be aligned. There must
They
be.
are. They are.
They are. We're in harmony for once. Anyway, right. Now, because it's interesting here, because although someone else is saying here, like Deborah says here, there's another platform out there called Signal. There's another one
That's Elon Musk. That
there's
belongs to Elon.
and there's another one called Telegraph, and there's another one called something else. But the only thing is, you go to these ones, but are they good?
Telegram.
Sorry,
Telegram.
Telegram. Okay, not Telegraph. That's a paper. There are. Anyway, but we could go on to these different sites here, but they'll all probably do the same at some point.
Yeah, the thing is, there's an advantage in the sense that, okay, we can try new platforms, which are cool. We don't have to stay in WhatsApp. And it's nice that lots of people migrate to other platforms. So WhatsApp like says, okay, I'm going to make things better for everybody, It's good for competition. But the thing is, depending on how you use the apps and what your social network is, like if everybody is in one place, then it doesn't make any sense that you go somewhere else.
Because
Okay.
you're going to
Like
lose all your contact.
if you're a loner, fine, go to another platform, open up an account,
Yep.
and wait for your two friends to pop in there too and have a conversation with them.
Yes.
Personally, for me,
We're the only ones here, the three loners.
so for me, no, each app has its own individual thing. So each has its own advantage. Like
Yes.
I've had Telegram for over a year and a half now, and I found it interesting because I knew this was going to happen sooner or later. So I've already been uploading content there. I have a Telegram channel.
Okay.
So every time somebody new pops into your Telegram, somebody who's in your telephone listing in your agenda, you get Telegram sends you a message saying so and so who's in your contacts has joined Telegram. So what I do is I invite that person over to my channel.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
so basically what I'm saying is understanding the tools, what they give you and what they don't, and use the tools that you need for what you need to do.
Now, this is so relating to, I'm listening to what you're saying, and this is so relating to the energy which is going on at the moment. The new moon, we'd talk about channels, we'd talk about making links with people, we'd talk about creating something from a new platform being structure being Capricorn. New
Yeah.
moon in Capricorn, we're building something new and we're making links. Well, that's Mercury. Mercury is also Venus a little bit, isn't it? Venus a little
Yeah.
bit making links with people, which has just popped into Capricorn, by the way, as well. So,
Exactly.
yes. So this energy, whatever you want to go and do, build these links here. Build these links. And it's
Right.
creating and energizing in those networks. And hey, get excited about it. Don't necessarily think, oh, people are watching me on what's going on. No, get out there and get excited about what you're doing and how it works, and try things out and see how it feels. That's all part
Exactly.
of, yes, it's all part of the new energy at the moment anyway, isn't it? We're all
Yes.
changing
Yes.
from one to another, and it's great because, as you say here, as you come out of, say, WhatsApp and you go into something else, go and start on something else, WhatsApp then, as you say, has to go and devise something amazing to get you all back.
Exactly, exactly. And for example, this year it's all about self-sovereignty or maturation and creating new types of connections.
Yes,
We're
yes,
seeing that play out right now, which is what you're commenting. So, for example, a good idea would be, okay, like I live in Javea, and there's you can get into lockdown for several reasons, more or less lockdown. So right now we're pretty good here, but say you get the virus, so you're obliged to stay at home for whatever 2 weeks or whatever. So things like delivery services, they would
yeah.
work really well on these apps.
Ah, okay, okay.
So like it would be really interesting if somebody could like coordinate things. I know there's some stuff going on. There is some logistic, but it could really like there's a whole market in that aspect, especially people working away from home and everything. So like they can get their groceries delivered, they can get their food delivered, their pharmaceutical stuff delivered or whatever. So like there's all this possibility for local delivery.
That's probably the modern way everything's going to start going now, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to come away from. But I was even talking to my wife the other day, guys. What do you think about this, guys? Just ask you questions here. It's lovely going on to a movie site such as Prime or Amazon, and anything. Let's think, let's flick through some movies, go and have a choose and watch one. Do you remember the days when we used to go down to Blockbuster? And it was nice just to browse around the store and hold on to something physical, like this CD, which is now archaic. I mean, you speak to
Full of
young.
full of dust.
Oh, don't be so negative. Don't be so negative. And it was fun though. We enjoyed the old times of going into places, and yeah, you can go and get popcorn as well if you wanted that. But at least you got out. This time you're just stuck to the sofa, and everything is just you don't
Well,
move.
yeah, but you can go out to do sports.
Where'd you get a DVD for that?
Because
There's,
like when
he
you go
says, I
down
miss
to your
Blockbuster. See,
local,
I've got an ally here. I've got someone who's on my side here who says,
can you
excuse me, this
imagine?
is
Phil, imagine
Blockbuster Zoo.
place yourself in a city full of cars. Now imagine that most people work from home. That would really bring down like the rush hour traffic and all that stuff, right? So pollution would decrease in cities and the streets would be more livable. Now imagine that people don't have to go out to buy the simple stuff they buy, because I mean, okay, if you go out once a week and do everything in a shopping mall, then that's fine. It's more ecological. But if you go out every day, if you go out every day and you get your car every day to get the bread, to get two things for the grocery, to get that thing from the pharmacy, to whatever. So you're using your car all that time. What happens if you don't need to? Wait, there I am. What
I'm
happens
sorry,
if you don't need
I'm sorry.
to?
I know what you're saying, but everybody's on my side.
No, 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 no. Because then you would only go out to walk the dog, to walk and to do sports,
Yes.
which means the cities would be freer of traffic and more livable.
Hmm. I agree with you, but I like that idea. I mean, as Deborah says, I love Blockbusters. Used to meet up with everyone. Used to meet up, and it is nice. You go there. Oh, hello, I haven't seen you in ages, or you meet up with people.
Look,
What a great love
Phil,
place
Phil,
it
I'm
is.
sure in a past life, what do you call this? An ironmonger was my husband, and I loved ironmongers, but it's like doesn't make any sense anymore.
No, but it is great, isn't it, to go on a date to Blockbuster? Shall I meet you down in Blockbusters? Go have a nice date somewhere. Shall we go and watch Love Actually? Love Actually is something like that with some popcorn and Coke and Your House or Mine.
But you don't need Blockbuster. You got Netflix for that, and it's like your Netflix or my Netflix.
no, you've got to get out there. You got to get out there.
And then when we get serious, we're gonna connect our neck. We're only gonna have one Netflix account between the both of us. How romantic!
This is getting so competitive. Yeah, popcorn, come on now, bring it on, popcorn. We're going to order it in as well. I was being delivered. Again, we don't get out. It's that nice feeling though, going out somewhere down the road, walking down there, and especially if you're in a city, you can walk to these places because there's
a lot of other reasons to walk. Sorry? You can walk to the park. You can walk your dog. You can walk to see people at a cafe or a restaurant.
Yeah, all right. I hear what you're saying, but it is nice.
You don't need consumerism to be a reason why you walk.
No, you don't. I agree, but it's all part of it. It's exciting because you go down there and meet people. And they're talking about, what movie are you watching today? I mean, you don't sit on Amazon now and say, what movie are you watching? They're not really into that. Just saying, we watched Netflix last night or whatever.
That's okay if you don't have the social skills or the community that you can engage with. Then you need an excuse, like the doggy. Oh, how cute! Hi, what's your name?
What, my name or the dog's name? Everybody remembers who you are by your dog's name. Who do you mean? Oh yeah. Oh, you mean Rambo the dog? Oh, I know who the parents are. Yeah, I know them. Yes, you can't remember their names. Remember the dog's name. Oh, dear. Yes, Julie says, hello, she's Alan here, says, we're in lockdown again. I must miss wandering around the shops, etc. Yes, we certainly do. Okay, I think we're going to get back on. I know we're talking astrology and I know we're having all this, but it is about that. We're losing, we're moving on from actually getting out and going to places, and media wants us sat down there, glued to our television screens or our computers, and digitally connecting with everyone, which is fine.
But yeah, the thing is that there's always this mentality, oh no, old times were better, and no, times are different. Everything has something good. It's like having different love partners in your life. You can't say that one is better than the other, really. They're all good. They're just different.
Yes, they're different. Yes. Well, yes. What partners you've been with? Oh, yeah, no, never mind. Anyway, right, moving on from that bit. Right, okay, so we're coming up to 11:24 over here in Spain and 10:24 in the UK. And let's do a little bit of this. Anyway, right. So we're talking astrology. Let's get the chart up here. And if I can remember to do this now. How do I do this now? I'm trying to. Not that way. Oh, hang on. Yes, that's you. No, I've done it all completely wrong. Hang on. Right. I get us all back. Right. Hold on a second. I'm gonna. Whoop. There we go. Right, it's all you. There you go. It's all you. How's that? You got all you for once. Ouch! I'll move it around. There you go. See, this is like that tennis one, isn't it? You got like the.
It's like playing pong.
Yeah, ping pong. Right, I better bring me back in some. Oh no! What the hell's gone on here? Anyway, this is great. That'll do. Okay, so there you go the astrology chart right beside you. And as you notice here, I'll just make my picture bigger. No, I won't. And this is good, isn't it? What technology does nowadays. Anyway, there you go. So over there we have your astrology. I'm just going to scratch.
This is what we do. This is what we do instead of going down to the Blockbuster.
That's right. Yes, irritate each other. Oh, good. Okay, so I'll just this has made your day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you notice, everybody, on the astrology chart, you'll notice there that we've got so much energy which is down the bottom of the chart. Look at all those planets there down. Yes, I'm just going to put that there. Thank you very much. Anyway. Anyway, so you got all the planets there down. If you look at the left side, left quarter, left lower quarter, see all those energies down there, huge amount, all going through Capricorn, Aquarius, and hence we're feeling. And as Deborah says here, she says that she is. Hang on, I'll just move that across because I'm big. Oh, for goodness sake. Right. Okay. We'll get this back in a minute. I feel drained of energy at the moment. Thank you for the laugh.
This is this is what I wanted to talk about. So yesterday was a very intense day energetically, especially in the afternoon Spanish time. It's like suddenly this surge of energy just went. So I've seen people have two different reactions.
Yes.
One was like just too much. Like if imagine like if you have a mega dose of coffee and you got all your energy in your head.
Yes.
Well, that was one sensation. It's like and the feeling that your feet are not connecting properly to the ground. And for other people it was like an extreme exhaustion, like, oh, I feel really tired, I feel really depleted of energy, I feel weak. So I've seen both extremes. Okay, it was in the key to yesterday, and if anybody still feels this today, is basically grounding yourself via like jumping in place, or just going like this with your feet on the floor. You don't have to really jump, just vibrate up and down. Okay, so that's going to make your body move and the energy go down. So just like jump in place like that. No,
yes,
seriously. So that's either that or walk or move or run or dance or put music and dance, so the feet are like the key is to have your feet almost stomping on the ground to bring all that energy down.
Okay,
And
that's interesting because Deborah says here, I was just exhausted. And Zoe here, that she says she was the opposite. I've been opposite, too much energy. Just move across there. Too much energy in feet, meditation, and running helped. Okay, yes. Good.
Exactly.
Good.
So those are the energies, and it has to do a lot with that square between Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury. So if you guys see on the bottom, is this your bottom left? Yeah, your bottom left.
Yeah.
You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planets in a row.
Yes.
Most of them in Capricorn, and 3 of them in 4 in Capricorn, 3 in Aquarius. No, so half of those are squaring, which are the red lines going like that.
Yes.
Mercury and Mars, and also there Uranus and Mars, and next to Uranus there's Lilith too.
Yes.
In Taurus. So that creates a lot of tension. So on the one hand, the Lilith, Mars, Uranus is energy going into matter, squaring the planets in Aquarius, which is all about creating new connective structures.
Yes. Now, that's interesting because when people hear about squares in astrology, they go, oh, this is going to be an awful time. But it's not like that, is it? It's not that at all. Yes, it creates tension, but it makes us move or do something or change something. And Lucy says that she feels foggy and drained at the moment. And Zoe says that she has been the opposite, too much energy, feet, pleasure, and running helped. Yes, she was running to Blockbusters. Well done, Zoe. Well done. See, I've got a fan there. Anyway, so that energy there really is in a sense, it's loads of energy for people. Or as you're saying, it's like, I've got nothing. I mean, I must admit, I woke up this morning going, yes, love this energy today. I really felt positive by it. And I want to do so much. I want to get out there and do everything through the day. And I know Deborah's looking at me going, you must be joking. I feel the opposite.
But the energy is not so much of doing, but of harnessing and planning.
I like that. Yes, planning is good. Yes. Planning and structure. Yes.
Yeah. So the ideal is either to make a vision board, to write things down, to create an agenda, whatever has to do with planning.
Okay,
With
so
bringing down and writing.
this is great. I love this energy we talk about in a minute, about planning, about energies and how it's working. I'm going to try and bring our screen back to normal in a minute, because in a minute we'll move away from the chart and get back to you guys here. But any interesting about planning and how we can do it. Now, for instance, here, some of you may like to draw things down. Some of you may like to put pictures or images or do whatever it is. But one of the most important things I suggest you go and do, especially with this energy, is take it out of here. Take it out of here and put it down somewhere. Write it down, draw it down, how it's going to look, how it feels, and discuss it. What discussions come out for this, and what links can you create? So it's interesting, like we're talking about social media earlier on, that Telegraph lets you know when someone else is coming in. Telegram lets you know when someone's coming in, so you can create news and links like this. And what you guys maybe do out there, but take it out of your mind. Are any of you doing this at the moment? Has this crossed your mind to go and do things like this? It'd be great to hear from you. And just come out to that time now. We're going to start up to the time whenever you like a mini reading at all, then we're open. Then it's the time to go and send us your details. We need your date of birth. We need a colour. And we also need one question. Not two, not three, one. Okay, right. Okay, Zoe says here, this is interesting, had crazy drawings over last week. It definitely is. Yeah, so it's created those links there to put them out there like that. And that's what really is helping us to mentally plan things. And it's interesting here. I'm going to do something on, it'll happen today, guys, because I'm going to do this. I woke up this morning and thought, I'm going to do this. And this is going to be something to help you guys. Just so doing this. Now, this is interesting. Lucy says, I've been journaling it out. That's amazing. And Deborah says, I'm starting a journal. There you go. It works, doesn't it? It works. If you do something.
It has to be physical. It has to be physical because, for example, you might think, okay, so I'll write it down in my computer. It's not the same.
No.
Similar, but not the same. It's more effective if it's more physical.
Yes. Rebecca says, lots of dreams. Lots and lots of dreams here. Yes. Julie, yes. Now, with Julie and Rebecca, I would say here, wherever those dreams are coming out, write them down. What they mean, because your subconscious is trying to tell you something. Julie says here, although she's got Ellen there, I know it's her partner's address there, but Julie says, mine's all in my head, I need to journal. Yes, good idea to go and bring this out and go and write it down and go and plan it out like that, because suddenly you start to see things. Suddenly you start to see things where they are. And Candice also says, hello, Candice. Even though, and I often find doing this, especially when walking the dog, you can even do this walking around Blockbusters if you can find a stall that's open. But you can actually go in there and start talking it, even if you're talking to yourself. I do that when I'm walking the dog. The dog looks at me saying, what we on about? Anyway, but talking about things is good.
Talking about things, but especially I think talking is good to yourself too. To somebody else that is neutral is even better. By neutral, I mean somebody that doesn't go, oh my God, tell me more. No, that kind of reaction. Just like, interesting, tell me more.
Yes.
That kind of reaction.
I totally agree, because when you're doing something like this, it really does harness a new energy altogether, doesn't it? And when you got someone neutral, they're not biased, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, don't do this or don't do that. It's good to just reflect.
Because that energy, that don't do this. Oh my God, look at this. That energy really just cuts the flow of your thoughts and everything. You don't want that.
Okay, right. Candice says, "Well, you pronounced my name right. Thank you, Candice. It's a pleasure. Candice. How's that?
I think Candice Bergen.
Yes, Candice. Yeah, it's Candice Brisson. Very good morning to you, Candice. Good. Okay, so guys, this is about an energy of taking things which are practical. Capricorn being very practical. The energies at the moment working like this, although we've got those squares are making us do something. They're making us change rather than just having trines all the time on just nice flowy energies. Moon Neptune or Venus Neptune stuff. You just go, oh, this is smoke this, man, and just relax. rather than just do a day. No, go out there and create something, do something, make it happen. That's the energy. That's a square. That's a square and it's good play. Right, now I'm going to have a go at trying to get this screen back to normal. Right, see how it goes.
I like that screen. You're a bit too big, but I like the screen.
Dear? Okay, right. How are we doing now? Where's it going?
I'm alone.
Now where am I going?
Where are you?
Oh, there we are. There we are. We're round the other way, but never mind. Anyway, right. Yes. Anyway, that'll do. That was fun. That was fun doing that. Okay. Right. Okay. So, also what I'd like to say about this energy, as we progress through January and as we go into February, this energy, I think, is going to play out for a little while, isn't it? Because these are slow-moving planets. I mean, Saturn, finished?
Am I interrupting you?
No, you carry on. Just see. Anyway, so these energies at the moment, they're going to play out for a little while, aren't they? It's not something that is like here today and gone tomorrow. It's going to play out for a few months in front of us. This energy of structuring things, planning things, look at things, putting things up on a wall. I mean, I love whiteboards. I love whiteboards, especially when I'm working in therapy. And to put...
this is like when the Americans, the pilgrims that arrived in America, you know, they came, they left Europe because they were like, they couldn't take those old structures anymore.
No.
Or some old structures were jails directly. So it's like, so they cross the ocean, and it's like, you know, crossing the ocean is so unstable. Lots of water. Water is our emotions. You don't know what's going on. It's like, oh my God, we're going to nowhere. What's going to happen? But yeah, there's a promise of a new world. Okay, let's see. So you get to the new world, and you thought it was going to be easy peasy, and it's like, uh-oh, it's cold, it's miserable, you don't have anything. It's like, now what do we do? And then suddenly you start hearing voices that there's really cool spots over the horizon, you know, and people start going to the Wild West, and they go, oh, the promised land, there's gold, let's go for gold. And every time they thought it was going to be really cool, they had all these hardships to endure, you know, the Indians, the
the cold weather, because a lot of it was up in the mountains, wasn't it? Yes,
exactly. The animals, the mountains that they had to go through, then with the gold rush, all this tough stuff. So it's like when you try to create a new world, you have to be realistic. It's not going to be easy. You have to set down a lot of structures. You have to make cities, you have to make houses, you have to structure things, you have to create government or networks of people that allow supplies to go through. So, you know, telegraph was created, cars were created, electricity was invented, or the harnessing of electricity. So all these things have to happen now that we start a new world with a new structure.
Yes.
So the old structure, remember the Tea Party?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
So the old structure is still going to be there. You know, America, when it started, the United States of America, it was still part of England and part of France and so forth. But so they did their Declaration of Independence, but before that, they rebelled against the old.
Now
that was the Tea Party.
Now this is what's happening now, though, isn't it? We're coming into that phase where we're rebelling against the old. Everything is coming out of Capricorn and going to Aquarius, and Aquarius, being the ruler, being Uranus, is saying, "I'm not doing that anymore."
Exactly. So we're sick and tired of taxes set on tea.
Yes. So now we're changing ways. And guys, if you think you're doing something new, magic. Okay, exactly. Right.
So we're going to transition in the world. We're going to transition to more localized and networked way of doing things with more sovereignty. So the sooner, like if you want to create new businesses, it would be to really foresee this tendency to actually create the niche before the need is fully realized. So by the time you've developed your processes, it's perfectly adapted to the need that's going to exist.
Yes. I agree.
And if you're a Leo, you can do that this year.
Could use Leos, yes, because everything's in Aquarius, isn't it?
Did you get that, Phil?
Yes, I did understand that. Yes, I did get that. Yeah.
Okay. Can you translate, because it might be confusing?
No. I think the whole idea here is being able to come away from old ways of thinking. It's a bit like going into America, isn't it? It's that it's everything now starts America because they became the modern way, the inventive way. Maybe not so much now. It tends to come out of other countries as well. But that's how we become more modern is to get away from that old stiff upper lip, stiff upper lip, that old way of thinking. And I think that if we're moving into the modern and the Uranian energy of like explore, expand, do something different, do something amazing, do something which sometimes is out there, creates electricity, enthusiasm, gets people talking. Something would be a bit shocking. Yeah, fantastic. It's an amazing energy to be in.
Yeah, but we have to be realistic, you know.
Yes,
And the Americans created, the United States created the Pony Express and the railways,
yes,
the networks.
yes.
Right?
Network. So
So we
this
have to
is how
create the
we.
networks to be able, because the networks allow the structures to be created. So thanks to the Pony Express and thanks to the railways, the new towns were able to be built in the West, in the far West.
Yes, and you see those wagon trains going for miles in the desert, miles and miles and miles, connecting one state to another to another. Yes. Debs Harris says
So what we
hello.
need now,
Very good morning
so
to
what
you.
we need now to create new structures is more networking.
Yeah. Uh, oh, right. This is interesting. Candice, this is so interesting. Wow. My great many more grandfather signed the Declaration of Independence. That is amazing. Wow. That goes back a bit of hint. You are a very important lady, Candice. Yes.
What was his name?
What was it? Yeah, what was his name? That'd be brilliant. Yes. Yes. Especially if surname was Britton. Britain with an A in it as well. Yes. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. We've got a reading to do coming up in a little while with a lady called Rebecca. We'll come on to her in a minute. But yeah, Candice, yeah, let us know his name. That'd be so interesting. We love a bit of history on this. A bit of history on this. Yeah. I mean, if you want to talk about history, then the producer is a fantastic historian. So regarding this energy that's going round at the moment and how we sometimes we feel, sometimes if we have these energies, some kind it's difficult. Sometimes we're aware of anxiety or tension and things like this. Cafe Wellness today, you'll notice there's a video that's going to go up which helps you to deal with anxiety, stress, things like this. Things just getting out of, we get too much noise in our heads when we start to overthink. It's and too much clatter going on because we're getting stressed. So this little video I'll be doing there today, putting it up there on Cafe Wellness. This is something to help you. So good. Okay. In the meantime, let's go and have a word with a very nice lady called Rebecca. Rebecca Sharman. That's a great name there, Rebecca. And I would love your little picture there. You look so nice. So nice. And right, so I'm just going to bring this up here. Yep, the producers also brought the details up there too. She loves the guidance around my career. My favourite colours are lavender, blue and vibrant pink. I go for the first one, but we just need one. We're going over here, but they are very nice colours though. Very nice colours though. And date of birth the 9th of the 2nd, 1967. Oh, you're a spring chicken. Spring chicken. There she is there. Right. Okay, so now it's interesting here because I was just looking. I got now Lucy here says Rebecca is a beautiful person, beautiful lady. Yes, I think you are too. Just looking at your picture there, your little thumbnail. Yes, Rebecca looks like a lovely lady. So it's lovely to have you on the show. Now it's interesting here because this year, well, your numerology is very interesting because you're what we call a numerology is a 347. And the three around you is very much about that. The way your way forwards this year is going to go very much needs to be about communication, talking to people, and being in a job that relates to a lot of talking. Your 4 here is very much about that need of structure. Your structure and feeling safe, and importantly, very importantly, it's not other people that bring this to you, it's you that generates this yourself. And if you have that energy, then you're in a great place. We'll also find here, now that then adds up to the 3, 4, then adds up to a 7. Now, this is really interesting because are you interested in all stuff spiritual? All right, I know you're on this show, and sometimes people just drop by because they just want to, they're just interested. But your numerology here is very, very good. It's lovely. It adds up to a 7, which is very spiritual its way here. And some people get confused that because you're spiritual, how on earth do you react in a normal world? Because sometimes we like to be in the cave. We like to really feel what's going on within the cave. Not necessarily with you, though. I do pick up here that you've got that energy around you. It says here we need to, it's about community with people, resonating with people. Now, you then have this year is a 167. 167. So wherever you're going here, it's a year of connecting with people and connecting beautifully, because the 7 here is building harmony. It's building harmony. It's understanding what people want, understanding what you need from them, and likewise both ways round. And career-wise, I'd say here you're in for a very good year, because wherever it is, I think you're one energy. People are going to see you as a leader in some way, or that you're ready to step forwards. And the 6 here is very much about having a family or community of people to work with that you would really be able to grow with. So it's a team that works with you as much as for you. How's that? So fly up there, and then we come back to the cards in just a moment and see what else comes up with a bit of spiritual stuff too.
Yeah, I agree with all you said, because I mean, Rebecca is a sun moon exact conjunction.
Wow.
I mean, exact to the minute, 19
Wow.
degrees. Well, sorry, I don't have the time. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, it could vary, because it can vary along the day. But anyway, so it's a sun moon Aquarius, which is all about community and connecting with people. And then she has 4 planets in Pisces, which is Mercury, Venus, Chiron, and Saturn. So that's that spiritual side together with that Jupiter Cancer. No, so there's also a kite. So there's the spiritual side is very strong in Rebecca, but also is the issue here would be more on the sides of guilt and codependency, because South Node is in Scorpio, so that can lead to drama in relationships, to a lot of dependency issues and so forth. And then the Lilith in Aries wants to break free from that. So there's the deep inside. Rebecca wants to be freer, to be able to be that person who gathers people in community. But then the guilt and the codependency that comes from past issues, from ancestors, ties her back. So I don't know. I mean, by this time, I imagine most of it that you've resolved most of it.
Yes.
But keep it in mind, just in case, that guilt will be the biggest issue. So the advantage of guilt is that it allows you to do things more mindfully and develop things more with that Chiron, Saturn in opposition to Uranus, Pluto, which is common in all the people who were born in 65, 66, and 67. I'm included. It makes us develop in a very mindful way. So we take a long time to mature, and we take a long time to connect with our true spirituality. But when we do, it's definite and it's forever. And it's connection through the things you do and through your own body connection.
I love this.
So
This is so nice. This is so nice. And I really resonate with Rebecca. She just looks like a lovely lady. Now, it's interesting here because spiritually I pick up here too. Would you understand here, Rebecca, that... we'll come back to that in a minute. My goodness, that name rings a bell. Thank you, Candice. Now, if we go back just go back there to Rebecca. I pick up here. Would you understand here that it was like sometimes you felt like you were a goldfish in a goldfish bowl? Everyone was looking at you, and that you had to perform life in a certain way because that's where everyone used to do it. And then what upset you was the fact that it didn't work. Especially where relationships were concerned to the past here, that some relationships didn't work because they weren't right for you, and that you grew, in fact, in some ways, you grew out of them. So this energy that you're stepping into now is very much about, well, it's about you. It's about you not following the same path as everybody else, and you're not this part of this system anymore, or family system or imagery system that people expect you to be like. You're now resonating on you, which is fantastic. Your cards here saying here, well, you're going to move. It's going to be a little while before you get the job you want, but you're in the right mode, though. You're doing everything right. You got the Jack of Diamonds here. The Jack of Diamonds is very much about, yes, you're going to start a new job. It's going to be something which is going to be enthusiastic, fun. It starts you off somewhere new. But your Six of Swords here, your Six of Spades rather, which is reversed, says here, yes, this is coming, but there may only be a distance to go to this particular place. Lockdown doesn't help, so it means that things get delayed. However, you've got the Two of Hearts. Two of Hearts is going to be about people who really do want you. So it's just going to be a little bit of time. And actually, and you've got the Five of Clubs, which is reversed as well. The Five of Clubs reversed is a nice card because it says whatever tensions you got here, you can manage them. You're not so sensitive as what you were in the past. And now you can actually start moving forwards. Yes. So I think that's a big one there. So that was great. Yes, hopefully that helps out there, Rebecca. Now, Candice, that's interesting there. So the chap who signed the Declaration there of Independence, your great grandfather, was a Charles Carroll. And that name rings a bell. I don't know where that is interesting there, because go back in history. Something with that name rings a bell. And I'm sure if I chat to my wife, she'll go, oh, yes, I've heard that name, because she's a historian. She loves all that sort of stuff. Candy says, I'm not sure how your readings work, but I'd love some guidance on how I go forwards in a new life in Spain. I was born in Jersey and in the Channel Islands, and this is very new for me. Been in Spain a little while, over a year. My children are still in the UK. Candice, we need your date of birth. We need your favourite colour. And we've got the rest there because you've already put on how things are going to go. But just, yes, go for it.
Do you think Rebecca, nutrition pops into my mind? Anything that has to do with nutrition or taking care of how you eat and what you eat?
Let's have a look. It's interesting you say that. Would you understand his skin? Skin areas there, Rebecca. Things to do with the skin. Yes. And if I'm looking here with the cards here, just pulling out the cards here for you, Rebecca, whilst we're doing this, just looking at nutrition, I would look at this, interesting enough, and I would say stress would be one of them. Stress would be one of them, over worry. And the, yes, I think here, I do work in the NHS. Now, that's interesting here. That's interesting about health. It's funny that I got the feeling that or doing teaching there, Rebecca, because you've got that way about you. You've got that lovely energy there. Health, I think, is just being overloaded a little bit. And, right. Okay. Right. Candice, thank you very much for your details there. Let's just scribble these down. She's gone to... 12 to 14. You're very young. All these ladies are so young this morning. Yes. They start talking about blockbusters. They won't even know what it is. Right. We'll do
So you mean Candice, no?
Sorry?
Candice.
Yeah, you start if you like. I'm just working out a couple other bits.
Yeah. So Candice, funny enough, is also a North Node in Taurus, as was Rebecca, and also Lilith in Aries, as was Rebecca, in spite of the almost 20-year difference. This is so cool when we see these coincidences, no? So yeah, Candice has also Venus and Mercury in Aries. So there's a lot about just being out there, speaking your truth, inspiring people with Moon and Capricorn, no? And like really knowing your stuff and communicating what your thoughts are. But again, that North Node in Taurus thing, that it's not waiting for others to back you, but being you who relies on you to go forward and do what it is that you want. But Chiron and Gemini with Mercury kind of doubts, and Venus, like you doubt of your own worth and you doubt of your own thoughts, but it's your own ideas that you have to put out there and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
be a leader. Really, it's all about being free and being a leader. And with Lilith Capricorn, you've got like, I know the question goes in another direction, but this is what I see. No, it's so you really have to lead the way and say your opinion. And with Lilith Capricorn, there's an idea that success is what you've learned. That success is in your family, but that doesn't lead to success. That doesn't lead to your happiness. So it's very important that you really turn that to that leader, speak your thoughts, speak your words, and communicate to others, inspire others. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
bless. She says, I feel very lonely. Mm. Yes.
that's the moon. That's the moon.
Yes.
So you're lonely because you're following, you're not being a leader.
Mm. Oh, that's. I'll tell you what. That's interesting there because I look at the numerology, and that's interesting, especially where this year is concerned. Um, yeah, I would say here because your numerology works out here that you're a 3-0, and that the 3-0 with you, 300 is about this new energy with you that I would say starting something new. So though you're lonely if you look backwards and thinking, oh, look
Exactly.
what was behind me, look what's behind me. But if we look forwards, you can actually step into excitement and greatness, wonderments and things like this. Now, Candice, if you're feeling a little bit on a lonely side here, join the Cafe Clairvoyance group and start chatting because people there do chats. And there'll be some things coming up over the next sort of few weeks or so where people will start to be able to integrate a lot more. We'll tell you more about that as it happens. But Candice, yes, just get chatting in there. People there, they do. And it'd be lovely to chat with you. So with your cards here, you're splitting them into 3 piles. I'm going to go for the left on these, how we work. Your numerology for this year, because your life path is a 3-0 or a 3. So it really is about it's about creating excitement, and sometimes you've got to look forwards for the new to go and find this. The other part here is the structure of this year, which is a 4. Your children, once you set up stability and base out here, I won't worry too much. I get the feeling here they're going to be out to see you, plus everyone else. And plus everyone else over here wants to be friends with you anyway. And I think everything starts to come into its fore. This starts to play. And as I look into your cards here about what they're doing this year, how things are going to start playing out for you. Now, you are going to let the old past worries go completely. I know sometimes you're thinking, oh God, well, what have I done? Where's my life going? How's it going to be? Give yourself a little bit of time. You got the 2 of diamonds here, which is great for new friendships and people who want to create. And when I see a diamond, diamonds always last for years. Years. It's about new friendships that go on and on and on and on. That's lovely. You got the Joker. The Joker comes up in the pack here, and that's the magic. The magic this brings. Now, the Joker works in a pack here depending on what cards are either side of it. And if you've got positive cards either side, that is resonating on positivity. If it's not, then you've got okay, then there's problems in the middle. But yours is not here. And then you've got the 8 of Hearts. And the 8 of Hearts is, oh, this is so nice. People are so nice to me. I'm actually building a life out here. And if people see you happy out here, the lot from the UK are going to say, Mum's rocking. What's she doing? Let's all get over and go and see Mum. And everybody else in the tribe from the UK will all be flooding over to come and see you. So I'd say in a minute, just bear with the times.
Yeah. And be the leader.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Be the leader. I think that's a very wise point there. Very wise point there. So, guys, we've come towards the end of the show. And I just want to say, Guiomar, what an entertaining, unusually chatty, well, actually, no, as usual, chatty show. I think it's unusual where we went to.
Well, it's always unusual where we go to. It's never like something we plan or prepare or anything.
No, and I wouldn't want to do that either. I would never want to plan it. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be. Yes, wait, Candice, wait and build. Connect with people out here. The waiting, yes, but it's doing something whilst you're waiting. It's creating that way to go ahead. But right, we're just about come to the end of the show. Your numbers were for this year is a 3, and your numbers for your life path is 3. Your personal year is 4. Personal year is 4. Good. Okay, guys, Thank you very much for joining us. I'm back on Friday and joined by the fantastic Vita Bacay. She's a lovely, lovely medium. And we're back next Wednesday at the same time for another lively, integrating, lively, God knows what's going to happen show. But we love it. We love it, don't we? We love it. It's good fun.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Guys, have a terrific week. Have a terrific day. And yes, don't forget, look, go into Cafe Wellness today. A little bit later on today, you'll find there's a nice little video that just tells you everything about dealing with this particular environment, especially if you're a bit stressed, anxious there. This is all about helping you guys. Big thanks to the producer for producing the show. Big thanks to a wonderful guest, Guiomar. And guys, see you very soon. Have a lovely, lovely
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.